Warning, this video contains rumors, speculation, strong opinions, and
welcome to Movie Madness and Entertainment Live. Here with my good friend Eddie. This is going to be a different kind of start, but we're definitely covering movie topics. Also, you don't know how much you mean to YouTubers, the people are watching now. I kind of know that I have more viewers than engagement. I'm not accusing anyone. I'm just saying sometimes you forget to leave a like or a comment. I just want everyone to know, everyone that leaves a like and a comment can change a YouTuber's life, like their growth. And this is the honest truth. The people that usually like and comment, you are so valuable to a YouTuber. We really appreciate. Do you agree, Eddie? You just don't know until you're a YouTuber yourself how much those people push your videos. And even if you don't, we still really appreciate. This isn't like the dog on you or nothing. This is just to say, if you really want to help someone, there's lots of ways to do it. There's super chats and everything else. But something else that really just helps push a channel up and get recognition is if you're watching and you just say a comment or anything, even if it's not a question or anything, if just like, hey, I enjoyed the show today. You don't know. And I try to take a back seat. I also get annoyed when YouTubers, say this all at the beginning of their show, all the ways you could help them and everything. I kind of like to not push that as much, but the reality is you kind of have to. I've done this for so many years that you gotta kind of have to remind people, please like, comment, subscribe. It could change a YouTuber's life. It could actually push you up just a little bit until you get into the algorithm, and then you get new viewers. If you think, hey, people should know about Movie Madness Entertainment. And I've also reevaluated what I wanted to do here. If you notice, I've been pivoting a little bit more towards movie topics. Do I care about the fandom itself? I always said when I criticized others, it's because I love the fandom so much. And what I really want to do is I want to have fun. I want to talk about movies. And I actually want to change the way fandom is perceived and not gatekeep. And then also change the way movie talk is. Firewater's joining us. Hey, Firewater, I'm doing a little self-reflection today about what I want to do with my channel. And then also what people do, the viewers, that really changes a YouTuber's life is just by commenting, liking, or sharing. That pushes you up, especially when so much is focused on negativity. And I know there's been a lot of negativity that I might cover in a separate video, but I have movie topics and I'm putting that foremost too, because I also have a special guest tomorrow. Because I do want to comment on it, but I want to make sure I don't go over and over and over and just comment at one final time and say my final thoughts on it. Because I kind of want to do, you've known me for a while, Firewater. I feel it's important to address the nonsense, right?
Sure.
But I also, what do I want? Do I just want to do that? And I think I focused on that part too much and not enough on movie talk and doing movie talk. So I really want to focus on the movie talk part first. It doesn't mean I'll never address stuff, but I really want to grow this part. And I feel one of my strengths is, even though I'm not like the most prevalent YouTuber, is I like to find new talent like Eddie here. I like to find people and say, let's just stream. Let's just have some fun. I think I've been pretty good at that, finding new people. I think that's one of my strengths, is talking to people and just having fun and shooting the shit. And I mean, that's why we get along so well, Firewire. We've known each other for so long. We just like to talk to people, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I'll pretty much talk to anyone unless, there are exceptions.
Yeah.
But I mean, for most people I'll talk to, there are some people that I'm like, nah, I'm good. No, thank you.
What? Max gatekeeps all the time.
Who said that?
Oh, no. And look, here's Comic Book Cut. I was thinking about bringing Comic Book Cut on, but I was like, I don't know if I'm going to give him the link short notice. I'll send it to you. No pressure, man. I understand you you like to plan things, but I'll send it to you just in case. No pressure though. I do want to have Comic Book Hut on to get. He's a wealth of knowledge about comics for real. So I want to give him the link here if he has the time. I know he's a busy dude. I don't know what Saggy's talking about gatekeeping. I think me and Firewater too. You were even though we're not going into it, you were generally trying to support YouTubers until it became less about critique and more towards something else. I mean, I think that's all we'll say about it, but you generally want to support people, I believe.
Well, I'd like to see a little bit more integrity on YouTube. What I see right now, and especially with current events, I'm not going to get into it, it's just a lot of seemingly contradictory things. And it just, I challenge the authenticity of a lot of YouTubers that are always seem to be angry, yet still like, you got people saying to cancel Disney Plus and then they're giving reviews on Falcon and the Winter Soldier. It's like, well, how do you do both at the same time? Mm-hmm. So it's like if you have a principle, and the problem with standing by your principles, that means you're often going to have to deal without. You're going to have to, you're going to have to take an L. You're going to have to say like, hey, you know what? Well, I don't like how Disney with the whole Mulan thing. I don't like how they thanked overseas or whatever. Okay, well then what are you going to do about it? Still patronize them? Or are you going to cancel it and deal with that? Well, I got viewers that want me to watch and review, and it's all bullshit. And I just call it out. That's it. That's it. And so that's basically what I do. I'd like to see people be better. I'd like to see YouTube actually turn a profit. I mean, YouTube's like the only platform where you can.
No, it's a good it's a good platform. It's a lot better.
But like a lot of people, right? But a lot of people just complain about it. But it's all a grift to get more views. Because if you really felt that bad, like for example, any YouTuber that complains about YouTube and takes debt out on their channel, they were able to convince a bank to give them a loan. Yeah, it's full of crap. Is full of crap. So I need if Geeks and Gamers, if Jeremy took out an auto loan because of his Geeks and Gamers earnings, oh my God, YouTube's trying to censor me. What do I do? Then you're full of crap.
I can't stand the YouTube. That's a pet peeve of mine too. YouTubers is abusive already. You're attacking your employer constantly, and it's a lot better than YouTubers let on. I do want to get from Eddie to how long, Eddie. I know I've subscribed to your channel, but I haven't really looked. How long have you been doing YouTube? How do you think it's going? Oh, you said a few months, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, you started more recent, I believe. Now, and how do you like it's going? What are your goals and what do you want for movie talk, man?
For a record, I started about 5 months ago. Mm-hmm. Yeah, everything about being a YouTuber. Yes, it's nice to get recognition sometimes. A like, a comment on your videos. Like, you don't have to if you don't want to. It's good enough just saying.
People don't understand how much it helps. You really don't.
It does, but this is good enough. Like if you see, for instance, if you're on a stream and you keep seeing the same people over and over again, that means that they actually like what you're.
Right. No, that's great. That's great.
Yeah, it shows appreciation. Like,
I'm just saying, if just like even a smaller percentage of your actual viewers that watch all your content actually engage with the video, that can help a YouTuber before. And I'm not saying bullshit like YouTube's horrible to me or anything. I'm saying, especially you're on the cusp of numbers. I'll be honest with you too. I hide my subscriber count because I wasn't growing, and I was getting sick of trolls unsubbing and subbing constantly. I was like, I know you're doing it, and they still do it, and I don't care anymore. I'm almost at 5K, and I've been there for a long time, and I'm tired. If I got a little more momentum, I'd get over 5K, and that helps in the search. That's also another reason I turned super chats on, because if you think about, and it makes sense from a business, if YouTube makes money on super chats too, they're gonna let that rise in the search, a channel that does super chats for live streams. If I constantly do live streams without it on, and plus I want to help younger creators actually get something. I still have to pay my younger creators. I have to pay Eddie here, Brian, and our. No, I want to give you something. It's not going to be much. Don't look. It might get you like a nice meal out or something. That's about it. I mean, I make very little here. I'm not doing this for money. But that's honestly, it really helps. Go check out Eddie's most recent video, and if everyone that watching gave him a thumbs up in a comment, that would push him up. Get him, that's going to help. We do have movie topics though too. I started I got to get to Matt Jarbo's comment. Some might say a giant pile of Jarbo. Matt, he's commenting on a panelist last night that said it's a giant pile of Max. Margot Robbie confirmed no Birds of Prey 2. I'm not saying Birds of Prey 2. This is a giant pile of Max. What I've tried to do on my show to mix it up, Firewater, is there's a lot of scoops out there. And we kind of have like a scoop meter. And I like what's a great scoop is like Baskin Robbins. I like a scoop of Baskin Robbins. Or if you think they're full of a giant pile, think of like Jurassic Park, where he's like, that's a big pile of shit of how much, like think of Doomcock levels of the scoop. So that's what we're going to rate each story. And I could use your help, viewers, if you have a topic or an article that you want on the future episode Movie Madness Live that you want put to the scoop meter test for the panelists to decide and the viewers to decide, or play along on the replay. Say that article is BS, but we're going to cover Geekosity. Geekosity comes up a lot. I tend to think they're more right than wrong, but I do sometimes think they reach. And then we'll get to the chat, but then we'll get to the first article first. I don't know what Saggy's talking about. I don't gatekeep.
I think she's teasing you.
Okay. No, I know. I'm just kidding. I'm teasing her back. Patrick, Margot Robbie is, yes, I mean, I'm not going to lie. She is a beautiful woman. She's talented. They've given her more chances than other other actors in the DCEU though. Like, even though Birds of Prey was a failure at the box office, they're like, anything Margot wants to do is pretty much okay, but they're not. I don't know. Maybe it's just because it's the first Harley Quinn. Do you think that's the reason, Eddie and Firewater? Do you think that's the reason they keep giving her more chances on screen? Or just everyone knows it just works? What do you think?
Well, did Birds of Prey fail because of Margot Robbie or because of, like, did she kill her role? I didn't see it. I'm going to be honest.
I don't think it didn't fail because of her.
She did an excellent job at her role.
Yeah, it's maybe the story and the directing. Yeah,
I mean, it's hard to say because it underperformed. I don't think it really failed because it definitely got more than its budget. But I think because she's getting lots of work, to be honest, besides WB. So she is a talented actress. Yeah. So I think that's why they keep bringing her in, because she is a name that people do recognize. So that's why they're probably giving her more chances. And the character works. Despite what you say about Suicide Squad or Birds of Prey, everybody likes the character.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's true. I mean, it across the board, no one complains about. Have you heard anyone complain about Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn? No. But back to what Jarbo was talking about. I'm not talking about Birds of. Does Poison Ivy mean Birds of Prey 2? No, that does not mean Birds of Prey 2. I got my glasses on for Saggy. And we'll get to the chat. Hey, Enosh, we need Enosh on.
You have a studious Mad Max.
Yeah.
Librarian Mad Max.
Yes. I actually had a very productive day. I did a little cleaning. I've decided, I've gotten back into game hunting a little bit. I plan on doing, I don't want to say this too because people get the wrong. I see with this is more a gaming topic, but with GameStop stop selling some of retro games. I don't want to be a greedy reseller, but I also know what games are worth a little bit of money, and I can make a little bit here and there going to Goodwills and finding some rare games. It's also fun for me. And also games I'm missing from my collection, or even possibly trading with other YouTubers down the road. I've been watching a lot of video game content with some people that we're having tomorrow too, yes, and they do game hunting, and they make a little bit of money here or there, and it helps supplement their game collection too, and it's fun. So I don't plan on being greedy, but I like every payday or something, probably take like $50. Buy a few used games, see if I could sell a few, trade a few, keep a few, and it'd be fun for content too on the gaming channel. Hey, Enosh.
Hey, man. So I can't stay long, but because I'm having dinner right now, but
Okay.
I got a show though at 12:05. So
Yes.
but you guys are welcome to come over. I wanted to come over because I wanted to show some love and appreciation for you. And even though I can't stay long, I just wanted to come over and say hi. And you got an interesting topic. I liked Birds of Prey.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm one of the few, but I enjoy it. If you put Margot Robbie in anything for me, I'm going to find something to enjoy about it, because Margot Robbie, she's a great actress, but also she's very beautiful. She's just great to look at, and I love her Harley Quinn. I don't think there's anything wrong about her Harley Quinn. You can debate a lot of things about Birds of Prey, about different characters and things like that, but a lot of people love Black Canary in that movie, and they want her to continue.
Yes, I do too.
So there's a lot of good things. You're never going to love everything about a movie. I think they should have had Jared Leto in the movie and actually fleshed that story out better, for us to care about the breakup. But other than that, I mean, I find a lot of good things about it. And I think as a movie as a whole, it's not just horrible.
Well, I think that if anything, that's the one thing, and this was just like Harley Quinn's future confirmed. We know from the article I'm going to read, it's probably going to be Harley and Poison Ivy. We still don't know about Jared. But I think if that's the one thing, one thing they added is they didn't try to erase the Jared Leto version of Joker or have him a cameo in a back, that would have helped. Just that little thing would have helped. It would even have made the story more important.
Yes.
Because the beginning is them breaking up. So to see a little it would have been so much context, because we have the context of the Suicide Squad, but that was years ago, and you didn't really get this. You have to see everything off screen. I think that's the one fault that really damaged the film for me, is just trying to. It's like not even continuing the Snyderverse, ignoring the Snyderverse, or pretending like it didn't happen. I think that's what hurt it.
Well, there were stills. Excuse me, that's something in my throat. There were stills. When the movie was shooting, of a guy playing the Joker that we were supposed to see. Now we knew it wasn't Jared Leto, but that like Jared Leto was, or not Jared Leto, the Joker was like up in the house that she's ends up knocking on the door or whatever in the movie, that the Joker was up at the top, like ripping pages out of a book or something like that and throwing it out the window, and that scene didn't make it into the movie. So obviously there was more, that we didn't see. But beyond that, I mean, like I said, I hope that they do go in a direction where they bring in Poison Ivy. I think that'd be a good progression of her story. I know there's going to be some people probably just ticked off because of the nature of that relationship, but like I say, people got to get.
That's one of the reasons I want to see it.
Right there, you go.
I'm okay with that.
Like even Margot said, she said, she wants to explore that relationship, right?
Yeah.
So sometimes it's a platonic friendship, and sometimes it's more, and it's a romantic relationship, and so it'll be interesting to see what they put together. I watched the Harley Quinn cartoon, and I love that show. The only thing that I had an issue with that show last year was when, spoiler alert for the Harley Quinn show,
I gotta finish it. You could say it though. You can say it though.
Sorry. Well, because they put Harley and Poison Ivy together in that show, right?
Okay.
And the thing is, I didn't like how they did it. It wasn't that they did it; it's just that I didn't like how they did it, because Poison Ivy was set up to be with Kite Man this whole time. And she had this, very serious relationship with Kite Man. She's supposed to get married to Kite Man. And they go to Themyscira for a bachelorette party. And next thing you know, Harley and Poison Ivy are hooking up. And they're all of a sudden together. And it's like, okay,
hey, it's happening a lot more in the real world than you. I know. I'm just saying to the people that get offended by
I
that.
know.
Like,
it's funny to me, because like I don't give a crap about Kite Man in real life, but yet on that show, like I really cared about him, because it was like, well, that's not right. I mean, like, how do you root for somebody to get?
That's true.
I mean, like I'm fine with Harley and Poison Ivy being together, because it is comic book accurate, and it's something that is there to be explored. But to like crap all over Kite Man and then just act like it's okay, like, you know, like, oh, we're just supposed to like go into next season, I guess, maybe just like, oh yeah, we're so happy for Harley and Poison Ivy, but you know, this poor guy's heart's broken.
Well, did they show her dealing with it though? Like, I kind of feel a little odd about this because I'm Kite Man.
Well, you know, she felt bad about it, but it was
okay.
But it felt like to me, and you know, people watching can tell me if I'm wrong, but it felt like to me it was just kind of like, hey, this is where we wanted to go with the story anyways, so this is where we're at, you know.
Right.
And you know, this is the story you're going to get, and we're going to write her out of this relationship with Kite Man so that we can get to the story that we want to tell. And so, like I said, you know, it could be they could maybe deal with it next season. I don't know, you know, and I hope that they do, if they do, because I don't think that it's cool, because it doesn't paint them in a good light. It doesn't paint them to just be like, well, we're in love and we're going forward. It's, hey, we, you know, this poor guy got his heart broken by somebody who was supposed to get married to him and now move forward. But anyways, beyond that, I'm really interested to see what they do with the story in the movies. And yeah, I'm all for Harley Quinn and a Poison Ivy movie. And I think that you know, I'm really interested to see how Harley is used in Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Because I think that she looks absolutely fantastic in Suicide Squad. And so, you know, I think that could maybe spark a revival in that, you know. So,
well, thanks. I know you're getting busy. You're eating too, and you're getting ready for your show.
Whoa,
I didn't know about that. I mean, I also wanted to.
I'm gonna have to clip that. That's
well, I've heard. No, I'm just kidding. I've heard how the lounge gets down.
I'm telling you, you just never know what's going to happen around the lounge, man. I tell you what, you never know who's going to pop in, what's going to happen. You know,
who I think should run DC is Firewater makes a lot of business savvy sense. Just before we even get to the article, doesn't this make sense? Firewater, based on the popularity of the Harley Quinn show, and now, I mean, you have one more missing piece of the main crew. From the Harley Quinn show, which King Shark is in the new Suicide Squad. Doesn't it just make sense that this is the way they would go with the next Harley Quinn after Suicide Squad?
Gotham City Sirens is what people wanted before Birds of Prey.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of getting it on, I got to get going, but
okay.
But I did want to let you know, man. You know, I've had this 10-inch Superman for so long.
Okay, well, please keep that private. Well, I don't know. I don't know if my show gets that for you. Does Movie Madness give you a 10-inch Superman?
I just added to it, man. I got a 10-inch He-Man to go along with it.
So. Whoa, He-Man! All right,
the most powerful man in the universe. You know.
Yeah.
So
that show looks great. Did you see that? Eddie and
tonight on my show. So we
I have to watch the trailer for it, but I'm looking forward to it.
We went over the stuff for Kevin Smith's He-Man stuff, and that looks absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
They released today the toys, because you know that there's a second He-Man cartoon coming to Netflix as well, right?
No, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, there's going to be two at the same time.
That's weird.
So it looks like Kevin Smith's is going to be the more adult, continuation of the original series, where this one is the second one is. It looks, oh my gosh! If the toys are any indication, I'm scared. I'm going to be showing pictures of the toys tonight on my on my show.
Oh, I look forward to that.
Yeah, so the toys look so hideous. Yeah, so I'm concerned. I'm concerned about that show, but we'll see.
People on the internet will trash that one then.
Always wait and see. But yeah, we're going to be talking about some cool stuff tonight. We're going to be talking about Henry Cavill broke his silence on social media, which he doesn't really do, and told people that, you know, people just need to be happy for him and, you know, stop with the negativity. And that's about a few different things. And then we're going to look at that Up Rocks article with Zack Snyder, where, you know, kind of opens up about WB. So,
all right, cool.
Yeah,
well, I look forward to it.
Shameless plug.
Yeah, it is. No, everyone knows about the lounge. You know where party's going to be Saturday night.
I had to laugh about you because my take on that is I love YouTube. I love being on YouTube, regardless of whatever YouTube does. YouTube's going to YouTube. What are you going to do? You can't fight City Hall half the time. You know, you got to be careful that they don't hit you with copyright claims or strikes or whatever. And it's like, sometimes it doesn't make any sense. I get it when sometimes people complain about YouTube. I don't like to listen to too much of that, but YouTube is confusing. I mean, they'll hit some things and hit you with a strike, and then other things, like you see people get away with stuff for years that you're like, well, what the heck, man? Like, how do they do that? You know, some people's whole channel is based around using other people's content, and then, you know, or copyrighted content, and you know, and then you sit there and go, well, why did I get a strike for that or whatever? Or even when they lie to you and tell you that they emailed you to tell you that you had copyrighted content, that you needed to stop your live stream, and that's an absolute lie, which is what happened to me here a couple months ago.
Oh yeah, sometimes they're weird. Yeah, I get that.
You know, but like I said, overall, I just love everybody that comes to the streams and stuff. I love being on other people's streams like yours and things and meeting new people. I mean, look at all the people even here, man. You know, like Firewater, Eddie, RJ, you. I mean, I'm
a little jealous, Firewater. That bonus clip came on. I'm like, damn it. I missed the gold there. Bonus. I was like, damn it. That happened on the lounge. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah,
that's a lot of stuff that's been originating on.
I know. He got a lounge. All right.
Sorry, Max. My apologies.
I don't know how that happened.
We were talking about what WB executives, and that's why they pushed the original Justice
I know
League
how
to get a bonus.
I know why I came up and I'm like, oh, how did Enosh get that? Oh man, no!
I didn't even think that one was going to hit. I thought everyone was going to look at me funny, and then I was going to have to like dip out of the stream.
No, is there a shirt? Is there a shirt yet? Bonus.
No, I got to talk to Firewater. Like I feel. See, people make up a lot of stuff. It's funny because the lounge is really becoming what I always wanted it to be, and that is kind of a hub, right? Where a lot. I
still want to visit you one day. I do.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely, and you know, like
we should all go to a convention when they start popping back up.
Heck yeah. But it's cool because like I feel like the lounge has started to become this hub that I really wanted it to be, where it's like all these people come together, we all talk and stuff like that. And there's been a lot of stuff that's like originated on the lounge. You know, I mean, like look at the Nicotina's mom thing, for God's sake. It went on for forever. People are still going on about that. And you know, and then just different funny things that people say and do, whatever. And people send me pictures and stuff, and they're like, "Oh, this would make a great T-shirt." But I kind of, you know, you're talking about like stuff you feel weird about, you know, like doing on YouTube or whatever.
I knew that's why you were smiling, Eddie. I was like, "What's Eddie thinking right now? What kind of hub? Not that kind of hub."
Yeah, not that kind of hub. Not that kind of hub. Well, sometimes. When Matt Jarbo pops on, maybe.
Zeno asks, Kite Man's asking for it.
Kite Man's asking for it. Well, now he is because he's not getting it.
Zeno, I want that to be on a shirt. Have Harley and Poison Ivy kissing, then Kite Man's asking for it. He's Kite Man.
But, I'm actually revealing some new shirts that we got about Warner Brothers and Walter Hamada, and
I saw those on Twitter, dude. Those look amazing.
Me too.
Oh, thanks, Aaron Entertainment. Yes to Ivy. She needs to be redeemed. Appreciate the support, Aaron. Provides.
I just got here, so
I actually forgot to send him a link. So RJ, if someone wants to send Aaron a link.
But I'll be talking to Firewater. Maybe we'll get a T-shirt. We'll get like a royalty worked out.
I'd like a bonus.
Yeah, I don't know about that, man. You can tell you what. I'll give that to one. I'll give you the first one free. How do you think?
Oh, okay. That's gonna be a hot seller.
Gold, baby. Gold.
You're gonna get a bonus from the bonus shirt.
Enosh gets the bonus
from the bonus shirt.
I just do this for fun, man. I'm not looking to make a buck. You know, I appreciate.
I just feel weird. Like if somebody else comes up with something cool that's like on there, and everybody's like, "I want a T-shirt of that," and I'm like, I didn't make that.
No, I get your position. That makes sense. You know, I'm just here for fun. I just want to
be respectful.
Now, if you sell like 1 million of them, I'm gonna need a percentage. But like, you know.
Well, you signed off on it, so
I signed the contract. So you're gonna boot me out, right?
I got an ironclad contract, baby.
There you go.
All right. Well, hey guys, it was good talking to you. I got to get going, but we'll talk to y'all later. Bonus.
Bonus.
Hey, Aaron, thanks for the super chat, and now you're on the show. Yeah, go sub to Aaron Entertainment.
Oh, hey, Aaron. Hi, by the way. I didn't see you there. What's up, buddy? I'm leaving. Coming in.
Yeah. And then I actually have to get to George's comment. Oh, yeah. Thanks, Enosh. Chubby Teddy, I haven't seen Army of Dead. Yeah, me either. I was feeling so sick, Firewater. I have to wait till next week.
Yeah, I want to go see it. So please, no spoilers on this one. I did see the first 15 minutes on YouTube because they did that like reveal on YouTube. I thought that was pretty cool.
George, if anyone knows George's channel, because he had a comment earlier that he also has a channel he just started. I didn't know that, George. So go sub to George if anyone can find his channel, and then I'm gonna check out your content. Maybe you could be on the show in the future. This is what I like to do, is to bring people that are fresh to. It's just like we can have some fun. It doesn't have to be serious all the time. And then I don't know why this is catching on. Giant megaton pile of Max. That would be a great thing. You're welcome.
Yeah, make that a t-shirt.
You should make a shirt of that.
Yeah, if there's a giant pile of Max on the internet movie talk, that's a great thing. That's not like Jurassic Park.
So I got here a little late. What I miss?
Well, I want to get the Firewater first, and then you, RJ, Eddie, and Aaron. Even without reading the article yet, doesn't this just make sense to go forward based on the popularity of the animated series, and now that King Shark is in the Suicide Squad? Don't you think that's the way they would go? There's confirmation. Okay, go ahead, Eddie.
No, it does make sense, but WB isn't really logical if you think about it.
Well, they do. I don't know.
Logical step forward to go, but they never like.
You think they're that blind?
Yes,
I mean,
I do.
You get something that's breaking records right now, and that people are talking about every day, but they don't want to say anything about it. So,
because it's over. But I mean, it's
I don't know if it's breaking record. I don't know who to believe actually on the numbers and stuff. I really don't. Do you, Firewater?
I don't know. I just feel like if I'm an AT&T shareholder, I'm actually a Verizon shareholder, not an AT&T one. I would be livid right now. Yeah, because it looks like they're leaving money on the table. And if you don't know how to handle the IP, if it's too hot because you got a couple scandals with it, you got some mismanagement of it, I'd say just sell it at a high. Sell it for more than Star Wars and Marvel
I don't think
combined.
The shareholders care, dude. All they care right now about is growing the subscriber base. They're hedging their bets on that House of the Dragon show. They don't care about the
but I mean, like, right, fair enough. But let's pretend I am a shareholder. I want as many revenue streams as possible. I could want House of the Dragon to right. It's not House Targaryen. It's House of the Dragon, right?
Yeah,
that's
House of the Dragon.
Yeah, that's the Game of Thrones prequel. It's like, yeah, I want that to be successful. And why don't we get some more Snyderverse stuff? Because it seems that a lot of people like that. So I mean,
well, how many of the shareholders,
especially because AT&T is bleeding out in debt. They're not. I mean, they're fine, but like it's like you got to right the ship.
Max,
otherwise,
did you see the list
management
of
will be
streaming
moved.
services where it gave update subscriber numbers to talk about the streaming wars? HBO Max is like second to dead last. They are struggling right now, dude. It's bad.
Well, that's what I'm saying. And then they got, a couple of AT&T has some other media assets that aren't performing that great. So that's why when they leave money on the table, to me, it's like, I don't know. They can't be choosy beggars, so to speak. Because
this would actually be a funny April Fool's joke if it was still April. Kite Man the movie, announced by Walter Hamada.
I'm so pissed.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like they cancel more projects than they release. I don't know if that's accurate or not, but it just feels that way. Oh, it's true. All right. Well, then
I saw an article about a couple of weeks ago about DCU movies about that actually been filmed and confirmed and are filming and have been in the theaters, and then all the ones that have been planned and canceled.
I mean, there's a bunch of stuff on hold, so I don't want to say they're canceled, but yeah, they had years enough to do those movies. They're just idiots over there.
I mean, wow, that's bad. I mean, like, I can't say the same thing with Marvel.
No.
Has Marvel canceled any projects?
Kind of.
Well, they
do.
I guess that counts as it.
Yeah.
Well, what did they cancel?
Well, Inhumans was going to be a movie, but then that got reworked into a TV show.
It would have been better as a movie.
So that's like a half cancellation.
Yeah, I guess.
If it was a movie, it would have been much better because they would have done something differently than that horrible TV show.
Well, it wouldn't have been.
Okay, so the show bombed. All right, that's fine. Everyone has a bomb once in a while. I'm not going to get too excited about it, but for the most part, it's not like, oh, okay, we just announced Shang-Chi. Oh, you know what? On second thought, no, we're not doing that anymore.
Well, that's happened more so with Star Wars. Anything they announce projects with different directors end up getting canceled or completely changed during production, like Solo did.
But I mean, like, I'm right, fair enough. But I'm comparing more Marvel to DC because it just like Marvel's vision on things is just unmatched in any cinema, in my opinion. That they just,
I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the stories are predictable, but I'm like, I kind of like it, so I'm okay with it. Like, I'll forgive
Star
a
Wars
lot of
is
this
trying
stuff.
to do that too. Star Wars is trying to do that with their stream on Disney Plus because they don't have any movies planned, but they do have their shows planned.
Yeah, and that's a lot of stuff for Star Wars.
And not only that,
at a
they're
good
trying
pace
to
right
bolster
now.
those Disney Plus subscribers, which is a
Yeah.
smart move. I know they
Well-
they fell below projection, but they're still.
Well,
They're still
RJ,
doing pretty
RJ
well.
sent me some numbers that we're going to look at, and Shifty Gizm says, here's the problem. Most HBO subscribers get HBO Max for free and don't realize the service has its own exclusive content. I don't know how that happens, like with their...
I get
cable
HBO
provider.
Max with my I have Verizon Fios, so I have
Okay.
HBO and Showtime, so I get
But they
Showtime
don't
anytime.
activate it. Okay.
And
Wanna know what the
HBO
real
Max for
issue
free.
is? Wanna know why HBO Max is also flopping? It's too expensive. People just
Is
don't this in their budget anymore.
Well, my HBO costs $15 a month, anyways.
They put a lot more on there than Disney Plus. I'm sorry.
I
Disney
know, but
Plus
Disney
was-
Plus is much cheaper. It's easier to fit. into
Yeah,
your
but Disney
budget.
Plus
They
has
raised
a
their
ton of
prices.
content.
Yeah, that's true.
They have a
Back
ton
catalog.
of
catalog.
content, you know, and it's because they
Especially
put
for
Nat
kids and
Geo on there
families, yeah.
too. You know, they got the rights to Hamilton, which is
mean,
amazing.
They have stars and stuff. They have this. They actually have movies that are like not for kids and stuff now. They actually acquire that kind of
Well,
stuff now.
in other territories,
Yeah.
yeah. But look at that; they're almost
Here's-
dead last. And remember, Paramount Plus just came out, so that's a
That's
little-
that's
that's
I
bad
don't.
for HBO
Well,
Max.
I think it's confusing too because they still have HBO and HBO Max. I don't know how that works. They're not.
Well, HBO is what they air,
yeah.
right? And so there is Max exclusive content, but if you have HBO, you get HBO Max. But you're right. My parents have their own, they have HBO as well, but they use my HBO Max account because I'm not sure how to register them through their cable provider. So they just use my account, you know.
Oh, no,
and
it's really crazy. There's
it just makes
like I
life
think
easier.
it's my uncle. He said that he doesn't have HBO Max because even though he has HBO Max on his cable device, he doesn't get HBO Max. It doesn't come with it. Like there's some weird thing with the way his cable provider does things. That's another thing.
Oh, well,
too.
that's
Yeah.
unacceptable.
I still didn't check out Banshee. Banshee is worth the price of HBO. I think you've recommended that before, Shifty.
Yeah.
It's a good show.
I'm just saying, if HBO Max keeps performing this badly, heads are gonna roll. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, probably, and that's what I'm saying. If you can develop show off of like I think you did a topic the other night with Ben Affleck's Batman and Deathstroke, right? If you can bring those series, the key is series. You want to have movies; those are great, but the key is series. That's why everyone goes to
Yeah.
Netflix.
This would make
make
sense.
Yeah.
I think
HBO Max has the movies, but they don't have that big TV show.
Right, and the
yeah,
problem with movies, if I watch all the movies I want to see on there in a month, I'm going to cancel the subscription.
I think
you know,
HBO
you
Max
need a
is probably
series.
You're probably betting on the House of the Dragon.
That's what they've been telling their shareholders. Like, just wait for House
They
of the Dragon.
waited.
That's
They
gonna be our
waited too
big
long
show.
after the backlash from Game of Thrones. The people.
I think it's gonna be the perfect amount of time though, because you look at the interest
Okay.
for House of the
Whatever
Dragon.
happened
it's
to
still
those
pretty big.
creators?
They
I
went
thought-
to
Did they sign a
Netflix.
massive Netflix deal?
I want to see House of Dragon compete with the Lord of the Rings show from Amazon. I want to see if they're going on at the same time. I wonder
Yeah.
if it's gonna
They're
be
both gonna air next year. So
yeah.
Well, I have both because I have Amazon Prime.
They're already
you know.
saying I already see the antis saying it's woke and stuff.
Yeah.
oh,
Lord of
'cause
the
it's
Rings?
Lord of
Well,
the Rings show's
everything's-
gonna be a global
everything-
audience.
When the actors from Mortal Kombat called out Lord of the Rings, saying that it's not doesn't have Asian actors or anything like that in it.
Yeah, I did see that, Aaron. You did send it to me.
I'm like,
I understand that. I wanted to get to Firewater because he's a good businessman. What the thing that me red flags is not woke or anti woke or whatever is just when there's a thing that exists that's so great, widely received as the Peter Jackson trilogy. Why would you do this? Spend this much money on it? Do you think it is a wise business decision? Unless you
know what it is, dude?
really know.
Amazon they're in it for the long haul. So even
Hey, Ambassador.
with Amazon, they're nuts, dude, because they're doing the same thing with NFL TV rights. I think in 2022.
yes.
Yeah. That was a
They
huge deal for them.
are throwing money at it. And they're like, we want all the Thursday night games, and I think they want some other exclusives. And they're like, we have money, we want the product, here it is. They're kind of like Amazon is like the Walmart of entertainment. Like Walmart, when they want something, they will just throw money at it. This is what we want to do. We want this. Buy it. Don't care how much it costs. I mean, Bezos is probably a little bit more cost conscious, but what it comes down to is probably with Lord of the Rings. So it's not only the one show they get, right? They get to do what they want with it indefinitely, correct?
It's a second age. So I'm saying the Lord of the Rings show is the second age. Technically, it should not be called Lord of the Rings because Lord of the Rings is technically the third age. But this show will be taking place before the war when they defeat Sauron. And,
yeah, they'll probably call it something else. They're just calling it right now Lord of the Rings.
Well, I mean, how long do they have the rights for? Just for the 5 seasons, or do they have it indefinitely?
I think they bought the whole rights.
Yeah,
so for 500-something million, I better have the rights indefinitely.
Yeah. At one point, the Tolkien family were not going to let anybody do the second age and the first age for a long time. And then Amazon came along and said, "Are you willing to help us out here?" And then they had to give up the rights because at one point they weren't going to let anybody do the second age and stuff. The Tolkien family from the Tolkien estate.
What was the reasoning behind that?
I have no idea. I don't remember, but that's what I read somewhere.
Maybe they're making it like impossible to get, so they get a really good offer.
Have you played the Lord of the Rings games with that came out on PS4?
Shadow of Mordor.
No, I don't know. No, I don't own a PlayStation 4.
It's kind of
on PC too.
It's bit canon and not canon, but some of the story in there is from the Second Age. That's what's going to be involved in probably in the show, like how the rings are made and stuff. And how the creator of the race was tricked by Sauron, because Sauron at one point was like tricks people because he's kind of like I say, like I want to say it's a seducer, but he has a good way of convincing people and doing stuff. That's why the elves didn't fall for his shit, and the dwarves didn't fall for his shit, but the men fell for his shit. The 9 men fell for his shit, and those 9 men became Nazgul.
Oh no, Shifty Gizm, you just broke my world. Voodoo's going to Fandango? That's where my digital library is.
They got to fight Amazon on retail. Yeah. You're not going to beat Amazon Studio, Walmart. Like Amazon's so unique because they're so powerful as a company. It's insane.
Yeah.
They were a retailer that originally sold textbooks, and now they have the original content on their streaming service. And by the way, we can get you pretty much anything in the world 2 days or less.
Well, what's going to happen to my Voodoo library? That's where all my movies that I got to go to Fandango.
Yeah, you got to go to Fandango.
Oh God, do I?
You don't like Fandango? I used to use Fandango all the time for my tickets.
Fandango's the best, man. I use it all
for
the time
tickets. Oh yeah.
For tickets, but I gotta thank you for the heads up. I have all the physical copies, but that's where I redeemed all my digital is Voodoo. I mean, this is the problem with digital storefronts because there's no. I mean, the fine print's
still going to operate as it is. It's just that it's going to have new ownership. So
yeah, they want to keep the subscriber base and whatnot. But I mean, like,
hey Hans,
Amazon is just like I said, they just have so much. They have so much revenue, and they can just buy whatever. I'm surprised they haven't tried to buy Disney, like something crazy like that.
Well, we have to get to the main topic. I'm going to read the Geekosity article, and then I want to get Eddie first because Eddie's been a little quiet. So I want to get after I get to the article. I'm just share it here, and we do Scoopometer. Is it legit scoop, or do you get the scooper? Giant pile. I don't like the ambassador's still in the chat. I'm a little salty about that, ambassador. People are still saying giant pile max. I don't know how I feel about that. So Margot Robbie plans to include Poison Ivy in Harley Quinn film. Scoop confirmed. So they're saying it's confirmed. Margot Robbie wants Poison Ivy in a Harley Quinn film, even if she has to annoy Warner Brothers about it. I think they're going to take her call about it, no matter what. It's not. It's not Zack Snyder. She could call him up, and she has a lot of pull in the industry too in Hollywood. I mean, if she wants to do something, you're going to get it. Geekosity scooped on December 25th, 2020. The Poison Ivy was discussed for Harley Quinn live action film. It's now confirmed. They're not giving a lot of proof of this, so we're going to have to. This will be a perfect opportunity to use the Scoopometer. Ever since Margot Robbie took possession of the Mistress of Mayhem, fans have been eager to see more of her life, from her eye-catching wardrobe to her signature bazooka, her problematic relationship and obsession with the Joker, to her own position in the Suicide Squad. I think that's the one part that they can't. If you're gonna do it, you cannot avoid this part just because it's connected to the Snyderverse and Jared Leto. Because even I know, and that was the major problem. Even if you go forward and you have Poison Ivy. Joker is still in the Harley Quinn show too. And then if they do like a generic for let me ask you that before we get to the Scoopometer, Eddie, if they do a generic version of Joker or try to avoid it, is that going to be problematic to the future?
Yes, because they can't do it twice. They already did it with Birds of Prey because it was just a double, and before that, they were just in animation form in the movie. So obviously, they had to get him there this time. If they're trying to include him in the story, they had to get Jared Leto.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to get to the article where they don't really give anything of proof, or I have a source. They just say it's going to happen. So this is a perfect despite this, no hints have been given or shown on Ivy's.
That they've been talking about this, and Margot Robbie confirmed they were having talks about it. There's still no forward momentum on putting her in a movie.
Weren't you seeing talks for like 5 years about it since Suicide Squad?
She's been talking about it since 2015 that she wanted this to happen. And they still won't listen to her.
She wants it to happen. The fans want it to happen, and the LGBTQ community wants it to happen.
Whoa.
I mean, it will probably work now since Warner Brothers says they care about diversity.
But it's gonna have their version of Catwoman in it. It's not gonna be.
Here's
probably gonna be Sirens. It's gonna be Gotham City Sirens, probably.
Den of Geek interviewed the Australian actress. Trust me, I chew their ear off about it all the time. They must be sick of hearing it. So she's like a Snyder restored a Snyder Cut fan about her projects. But I'm like, Poison Ivy, come on, let's do it. I'm very keen to see a Harley Poison Ivy relationship on screen. It'd be so fun. I keep pestering, don't worry. So that's about Margot Robbie plans. So that's about as much as confirmed. She keeps telling about she wants to happen in the rumors there.
She's probably trying to just speak it into existence.
Right.
Which I don't blame her. I mean, if she's got that kind of pull, then that's the way to go, you know?
Mm-hmm. I have to disagree, though. I think the movie can work without the Joker. Because here's the thing, they already did it with Birds of Prey, so they've already moved on.
Yeah, and it didn't work.
I know, but they've already established that they don't want to use Joker anymore. So to me, it's like you can do a story without him, just give passing references to him.
I think Joker for.
I think no matter what, he's just not going to be in these movies anymore.
Okay,
I think they want to save the Joker for Matt Reeves' trilogy.
Yep. They're not going to want to do another theatrical.
Well, not Jared Leto's Joker, though.
Yeah. No, not Jared Leto's Joker. He wants his own Joker.
And then that would be weird to then you can't, if they do a Joker, Eddie, and I'll get to Eddie first, then Firewater. If they do a Joker in the Matt Reeves trilogy, you don't see this Harley going with that Joker, do you, Eddie?
Oh, of course not. I mean, we already have Joaquin's Joker. They already want a sequel to that movie that was successful. They want not Jared's Joker, and now we have a Matt Reeves Joker. It's all over the place. I mean, I don't know how they feel about Jared Leto. Obviously, he's a great actor as well. It's just hard because people were speculating when we didn't see him because he was supposed to be there. They couldn't have him, and then they just even that animated segment in the beginning of Birds of Prey, that Joker didn't even look like Jared's at all. So people were saying, "Damn, it's over." For
apparently,
him.
Jared Leto hates Warner Brothers. That's why he went to Sony to do Morbius because he knows he's done to Warner Brothers. That's why he went over to start another superhero franchise.
I could get that. That people, because lots of people hate his Joker, to be honest. And then the Snyder Cut was like, oh, never mind. We love this Joker now. So I think now it's
slightly better.
The Snyder Cut Joker actually I know some people like Jared Leto's Joker from Suicide Squad, but the Snyder Cut Joker actually kind of like a Joker that people really wanted to see.
Oh, well, thanks, Aaron. Firewater.
Yes.
What do you do if you do continue with this version of Harley Quinn, Margot Robbie in the future, and you want a Joker? What are you going to do? You're going to do
Jared Leto, in my opinion.
Yeah,
because they appeared together in Birds of Prey, or not Birds of Prey, Suicide Squad, excuse me. And I don't know. To me, you just got to keep that going. I just feel continuity. Like you got to have that continuity. I believe that's very important.
Yeah, George is absolutely correct, though. It's how they don't want Joker. They just don't want Jared Leto's Joker anymore.
I think Matt Reeves Joker. Matt Reeves Joker. I don't think it's gonna be Harley Quinn.
Well, here's Walter Hamada. We're done with Jared Leto's Joker.
I mean, it's
I actually don't think so. Even though the Snyder Cut or Justice League 2 is looking less and less unlikely, and I'll tell you what, Zack Snyder is just becoming a bigger and bigger star. The way he interacts with other YouTubers. I saw a variety video with him, and he's just getting bigger and bigger. But he says I have projects that I'm doing right now. I'm just
Yeah,
going to
I
get in the
expect he
project.
does.
So he's moving. He might
Mostly
be moving
Army of the
on.
Dead stuff,
But
though.
the Ayer cut, I think that is still a strong possibility for the Ayer cut, and they're just setting a precedent. If we release these cuts, we're not continuing. We still make it the Ayer cut. You still might get to see Jared Leto's Joker, but we're not continuing.
I mean, the Ayer cut could happen because with the Snyder cut, what was it like 2019 when they said it was going to happen to Zack Snyder, and then obviously after that it just kept on denying it was a thing, even though they already knew it was confirmed already. So it could be something like that. Like they already confirmed it, they're just gonna wait.
If Ayer cut makes Killer Croc look like Killer Croc from the comics and TV shows, I'm happy because that Killer Croc from Suicide Squad was a joke.
I'll be honest. I got two things to say. One, I honestly don't think an Ayer cut would really improve that movie much anyway. Just to be honest.
Bye, RJ. No, I'm just kidding.
David Ayer wrote that script in 6 weeks on a tight schedule. Even he says he wasn't happy with the script. I don't think of Ayer cut would make that movie any better.
There was hours
you see more of his vision, but it wouldn't be a great movie.
Did you agree that Killer Croc was a joke in the Suicide Squad? That's not Killer Croc.
That was embarrassing.
Yeah, it was.
That's not Killer Croc. That's not the Killer Croc.
But here's the other thing too. Like in terms of an Ayer cut, it doesn't. Warner Brothers had to agree to it because they need permission to go in, like do the editing, get the archives of the previous movie that they own. So Warner Brothers saying that we're not.
Now that's a giant.
I mean, the Ayer cut, David Ayer said it. It's already done. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah,
if
but they
editing
need
himself.
Warner Brothers
So
permission to
like,
release
it was already there. Just like,
room and get the footage, though. That's my point. And if they said that, if Ansonar says no, we're not doing it, then that means he doesn't have permission to do it. So
I'm just saying, it's the most simple thing. It was already done. Like just
Firewater. If you don't go ahead with the Justice League 2, but you still want some positive momentum with the fandom that got it there, would a way to be is, you know what, we're not moving forward, but we're going to release the Ayer cut with Jared Leto, and then you might get a Batman series with Deathstroke. And
I'd like to see something salvaged.
Yes.
I don't, like you said, I don't think that that's happening with the Snyder cut stuff. Like I appreciate that, and I think it's just they just don't want they don't want it. Mm-hmm. They just simply don't want the product. And
here's Walter Hamada. He says I disagree because I don't think it's going to cost as much as the Snyder cut.
Definitely not.
It won't, but again, they have no interest in doing it. If they don't want to work with Ayer to do it, then they can't do anything. Like, at least with HBO Max, there was an overall, like, hierarchy thing where they said, okay, let's do it. And the executives of Warner Brothers said, okay, let's do it. Otherwise, it's like, no.
I mean, I think there's still enough craze for the Ayer cut. You see it trending once in a while with heavy,
I think, I honestly, Eddie, I don't think they care about social media trending anymore. I think they just look at that and say, oh, it's another day that ends in Y.
I disagree with you there.
Look at the Snyder cut. Look at all the stuff we did.
I know, but I don't think they care.
If you're a company, Firewater, if you're a company, don't you care if something trends?
It depends. It depends if it's actionable trending. What I would suggest is if it's like just a bunch of outrage, like people get pissy at Star Wars for whatever reason, then it's like, I don't know. It has to be kind of like actionable.
That's not nice.
And the stream numbers have to line up with it, right? So if Zack Snyder's Justice League got 3 million tweets and they got like 20,000 subscribers, it's like,
I think Hamada's whole butthurt because he apparently on the Black Adam he wasn't as executive producer, but now he's been executive producer in Black Adam now. So I think he's butthurt.
Well, it's not even that.
Hamada wants to talk a lot. Can we get a super chat from Hamada? You have the bank. You have the bank, don't you?
You got your bonus.
Here's the thing, though. A lot of the WB executives, they think that a lot of the trending is due to bots. Even the industry journalists think that's mostly bots.
I mean, they use it as a defense, even though it's not.
Oh, I know, but I'm just saying.
But that's the thing, though. How many unique tweets were? So if somebody retweets something 1,000 times, that counts as one person. So how many actual unique accounts were tweeting? That's what I want to know. Not if somebody retweeted something 500 times. I mean, that's great. It gets it out. But I want to know how many people latch on to those tweets. What's the attach rate to that? That's what I'm most interested in. How many unique accounts?
Yeah.
And preferably not accounts created within the last 2 or 3 months. You can kind of filter those out as well. That's what I'm curious about.
Well, I've just been reading a lot of the Zack Snyder interviews he's been doing for Army of the Dead, and it just reaffirms to me that I think in his heart he knows it's done. Like, that's the way
I think he's focusing on what he can do, only what's within his power. It seems you could really see the focus. He's so happy again to talk about his point. Well, I saw him in the Vanity Fair video again. He's like so happy. He's like, it was so. I mean, I want to clip it out. Basically, he's like, he went to Netflix, had a meeting with him, and they said, "What do you want to do?" They before they even. He didn't pitch an idea. They said, "What do you want to do?" He's like, "Well, I have this Army of the Dead idea." And they're like, "Do it." That is night and day difference.
Mm-hmm.
The questions I would be asking: can you sell it? Can you make it? Like, what is it? Like, what? Why would people go see this movie? And I don't mean that condescendingly. I mean that, like, what's going to be the pull? And then like pitch me, like the skeleton of it.
Hey, Hamada, be nice. Someone's going to time out Hamada if he doesn't leave Nick Hammond alone. Nick Hammond is a good supporter of the show. I don't know what Nick Hammond said. Oh, Pal Max. Why does this keep going on? I'm going to get a pal of Jarbos on here. WB has a new Batman. No, I don't think necessarily.
Yes, he's done, Max. He's done.
No, why?
He's done, dude.
No, he's actually technically not done. He might be in the Flash, so you don't know.
The Flash is his goodbye. They said that in the article.
How many times?
You can't believe those all the time.
How many times?
It's Vanity Fair.
How many times do these RJ? How many times do these comic book movies have a superhero? And then they have their send off in the films, but then have a series. Look at what Disney Plus. What does Warner Brothers want to be as much as anything else? Disney Plus. They all they could do. That's their plan is to copy Disney.
Yeah, their plan right now is to have a spin-off show for every new movie. Yes, that's correct. And apparently, the spin-off show for this would be a Michael Keaton project for Batman Beyond.
Oh, we didn't do the rating. Firewater, why don't you start with that Geekosity article?
I don't know. I'd like to see sources. If you're going to put quotes in, I want to know where they came from.
It says confirmed. So where does it fall on your meter? Is it a scoop or is it like, eh? It's not Doom Clock levels.
It's not really a scoop, though. It's more so them
writing that,
hey,
confirmed.
Our scoop was confirmed, yeah.
They said a previous scoop, we've now confirmed it based on like an interview she did that says I keep bugging them about it.
I think it was confirmed years ago, but they canceled it.
All right. Well, Firewater, what do you say?
I don't know. I would give it a mid-level because the site does have some credibility, but like I need to see sources. I'm sorry. This whole anonymous source bullshit. They didn't
even say that. They didn't even say that.
Yeah, sorry, you got to cite your sources, man. We got to have a minimum standard of academic integrity here, or journalistic integrity.
Or say I even have they didn't even say I had a source. It was just citing an article or interview. Okay, so
I think it will happen again. I think it could happen.
Okay, Eddie, it's your freedom of speech, or I'm not going to censor you, even though I want Mikey Sutton on in the future.
No, I think it will happen. It's just that I don't know. It's just
that article was enough.
Happen. So I guess it's a scoop. I guess, but it's just like a bland scoop. I guess if you know what I'm trying to say.
RJ.
I believe it. I'll give us a scoop. We're gonna use Max's Dr. Doom mask to scoop up the pooper. So
no, that's not a good scoop. No, that's what
scooper means. We're using your mask as a pooper scooper. That's what it means.
What the hell's wrong with you?
That's just me.
And then I put it back on my face for the next show. What the hell's wrong with you? No, when I think
of buy a new one. Buy a new one every night with the super.
When I think of a good scoop, I think of like Baskin Robbins or 2 scoops of raisins, great raisin bran, and I don't know what else.
That's why I was saying a big pile of Max and pooper scooper. That's what
the hell's wrong with you? You've been hanging around Ambassador too much.
It's true.
All right, so that. Well, let's see what else I have. All right. This is another Geekosity. I don't just go to Geekosity. This is just what's coming up next.
It's got all the hot scoops and rumors, No,
we can also talk. I finally watched. I watched it without my wife because she was too late watching the trailer. The new Venom Let There Be Carnage trailer. Based on that, Do you want to see this Venom versus Spider-Man film being developed?
Sure, why not?
You need it.
Hey,
What's the
did
whole
everybody
point
see
of Venom
Spider-Man?
if he's not going to meet Spider-Man?
It's gonna be like BVS and Godzilla versus King Kong. They're gonna team up at the end and fight somebody.
I mean, what did you think of that trailer? Did you see it, Firewater?
Wait, did I see it? Yeah, I thought Carnage looked pretty cool at the end there.
Yeah.
I didn't see the first Venom though, so I'm gonna have to watch that. I gotta be honest with you, I did not catch the first Venom.
It's fun.
Yeah, I like Tom Hardy too. I don't know why I haven't watched it.
You know what it is,
I couldn't
Firewater?
read
It's like a throwback to like classic, like early 2000s comic book movies. It was like made today, which is
so
fine,
it was like kind of
know?
like your Spider-Man 2, if you will, for Venom. Like
well, I'd say
like
more
that.
like Spider-Man 1.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't a fan of
guess.
this trailer besides Carnage himself, like the humor in it. I was just,
I don't know about the humor, to be honest with
What you guys not
I
like to
like
laugh
si-
at movies?
I like silly
It's
humor
Venom,
too.
though.
It's just,
I mean,
it's like
Venom is silly. Venom
No,
is
he can be
silly.
silly, but that type of silly was just MCU level silly. Like that's what they did with the first Venom. It was supposed to be rated
Yeah,
R.
it's
but then
it's
they
almost.
switched
Hold
it.
on.
Which
hold on.
Spider-Man is this? Tom
Speaking of
Holland?
dumbasses, we're going to the MCU.
Yeah,
Which
but hold
Spider-Man?
on. It's almost like they're trying to fit it into
Okay,
the
let-
MCU by making it
let-
super jokey.
He already said that's
Let-
not going.
let Aaron speak. Yes, what your question, Aaron?
Because if this is Tom Holland Spider-Man, his Spider-Man does not fit with the Venom tone.
I mean, that's
Andrew
a, that's
Garfield's
potential,
Spider-Man does.
that's a potential issue. Do you think we'll go down the panel and then you in the chat too, Firewater? Well, you have
Tom Holland's my Spider-Man.
Yeah,
I'm gonna live and die by him. But I do. I think Aaron does have a point. They're gonna have to kind of do some tweaking with it to make a Venom versus Spider-Man.
Yeah,
I agree. I
'cause
agree. So they probably shouldn't have done like the first Venom the way they did if they wanted to set up, Venom versus Spider-Man. But that's all right.
Garfield's Spider-Man has a more serious tone. I think for the Venom series, I think Garfield's Spider-Man fits more in that universe.
I don't think they're going to bring him back while they have MCU. Right. Yeah, I get your point, but like logistically, it's like it's crazy. Like with all the other stuff that's going on, the reboots. The only reason, from what I heard, they made Amazing Spider-Man was because they were going to lose the rights to the IP if they didn't kick out a film. You can't just buy the rights and then shelve it, forever.
Here's I'm conflicted on this because I didn't mind that they did a Venom film. But the reason I'm conflicted, and I do want to see them on screen together. I do agree with Aaron that it's going to need some tweaking. My issue is part of the draw from Venom and Spider-Man going against them is you don't know what you're so. By the time this happens, there's going to be 2 Venom films and 3 Spider-Man films. They're established movies, and it's going to be hard to see them. Like, Venom's going to eventually go and help Spider-Man eventually. He's sort of a good guy at the end. It's going to be it's a big hurdle to get over. Like, you're going to think of him because he's sort of like, a somewhat of a hero in his films, in these Venom films, especially goes after Carnage. And then how are you going to feel the intensity of him going after Spider-Man? Like, when they first meet up, the first Spider-Man versus Venom, their first interaction, you got to feel that you don't know if Venom's going to take him out, or eventually Venom could be possibly a good guy in the end. You're not going to have that
you can
tension.
do a story where maybe like the symbiote gets out of control and Eddie doesn't have full control or something.
He loses it. Okay.
My worst fear is in the Spider-Man movie in December somehow Topher Grace's Venom's going to end up in it.
Well, I have some interesting information on that. I'll have to share it privately though, because I don't want to get Marvel snipers after me.
Well, Firewater, what's your take on that? There's so much. There's 2 films, at least 2 films each. Is the tension going to be gone because you kind of think of Venom as a hero, or does RJ's solution solve the problem? He could lose his mind or something.
Yeah, they got to fight at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Because whenever you think of Venom, you think of Spider-Man. Right, and I understand they wanted to give Venom their own standalone film, but how many standalone films do you need before they eventually meet? Because otherwise, what's that?
Was it basically Spider-Man 2 going down like the Venom route, where Peter Parker's father was working on something that has something to do with symbiotes?
They were trying.
Sinister Six was being developed, but that's going to be a separate movie, if I remember.
They were going to do Venom and Amazing Spider-Man 3, I believe.
Right, but it never got greenlit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Amazing Spider-Man 2 was trash.
And then Venom and regular Spider-Man 3 was
Rush.
Eric Foreman.
Yeah, I don't get that one.
And there's not enough build up. At least, well, we don't know if there's going to be build up in Spider-Man 3, the new one. But there should be somewhat of a build up to Venom too, don't you think, Firewater?
I would hope so. I mean, they have to face off at some point. Maybe that's like 3 years from now. But if you're going to make all these Venom films without Spider-Man, then it's like you're going to piss off the fans, in my opinion, because when you think of Venom and Carnage, you think of in that Spider-Man universe.
Yeah.
And they all have to square off at some point, you know?
Yeah. You have to treat Carnage like the Joker for Venom, you know? Because he's kind of like, he's basically Venom's Joker.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Yeah.
Hopefully,
It's exactly
they'll kill
the
off
same
Carnage in the end of
personality.
this movie, though. You know, keep Carnage around for sequels.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean,
And that could be the team. Hey, they had a Sega Genesis game. I think it was
Maximum
Carnage, right? Yeah, I used
Yeah.
to play that game. Yeah,
I have a question for the panel and for the chat. Now that you see how Carnage may be, Woody Harrelson, would you rather see this Tom Holland go against this Venom or Carnage?
It depends how Carnage is.
He's
I
got
kinda
to fight Venom because Carnage is irrelevant until they. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay.
In my opinion, you got. And I love
It has to
Carnage.
be
I love
both.
Carnage.
You got to do an order.
Yeah,
He goes up against
he's got to
Venom,
fight
and then
Venom
go
first.
fight
There's
Carnage.
more history there. There's more history there. You gotta. He's got to square off with Venom, and then square off with Carnage. Maybe they both square off with Carnage. That's fine. I'll settle for that. But I don't know. I think Spider-Man and Venom. You know, they gotta work something out, in my opinion. Actually, I think Sony should just sell it to Disney.
No, I don't want that.
Here's the thing. Maybe they would have a long time ago, but they're making more money now than they would have otherwise.
Yeah, but they're just milking out all that bullshit. Like
I know, but
Venom,
they got
Craven,
that.
Morbius, they wanted
I
that
know.
anime film. Like, these people are really trying so hard
They have
to milk that
deal
Spider-Man.
now with Netflix
I just
and
think that,
Disney.
again, Disney can make them a sweet offer for Spider-Man and then continue to give them exclusive rights with the
But why
Sony
though?
for the video
Why would
games.
they do that when they're making more money with the streaming deal? They're gonna make more money over time in the long run than doing a short deal like that.
Well, no, always when you sell something, it's always a burst of cash. Doesn't matter what it is. But I would argue it would just be, it might be if you get good value on the IP.
But Sony
Depends
has
on
no
what
other
the-
franchises though.
I'm sorry?
Sony has no other franchise outside like Ghostbusters. Like that's it for them. Like Spider-Man is what makes them money and keeps their studio.
No,
afloat.
I understand that, but I'm just saying if there's a good enough offer and you're getting odds on your money, so to speak, to use a poker term, it
There's
could
one
be a deal worth
franchise.
considering. And then
I
you
just
can
want
take that
to
money and
say,
develop new IPs.
I just think they're much more comfortable in this position because again, they
Probably,
get to work
yeah.
with alongside Marvel. They get to make their own movies that can be semi-connected.
And
to
they get the
MCU.
video game rights
They
exclusively.
get the video game rights, yeah. Plus, they get the streaming deal with Netflix and Disney Plus, and that probably is going to lead to more opportunities when more incentive to keep.
Well,
that
I have a
Marvel deal
feeling
alive, so
Sony. You mean Sony in general, not just Spider? Because anything Marvel, I think Disney's going to fight for. Hey, we have our own streaming platform here. We need everything exclusive on ours. But I can
that's
see
kind of what they're doing, yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay, so I want to make sure I was clear on that.
Yeah, because what they're doing is that Sony movies starting, I think, next year, they're going to go to Netflix for like 6 months, and they're going to go to Disney Plus.
But
forever.
non Spider-Man movies.
No, all Sony movies apparently, all of them, even Spider-Man movies.
Oh, if
I
I'm
don't
Disney,
know.
I
Yeah,
would be
but what's-
pissed at
what I'm
that.
sa-
Is
what I'm
Walter
saying-
Hamada Zeno? I don't know. Zeno's saying Walter Hamada's on point tonight.
Yeah, but what happens is Netflix gets first dibs, then Disney gets them once the rights for Netflix expire, and then you get to keep them forever on Disney Plus and Disney streaming platforms.
I would still be
So
pissed if
that's-
I were Disney. I get what you're saying, but I'd still
Disney
be
made the
salty.
deal after Netflix did, so they were already happy.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Maybe they can alter the deal, and they pray they don't alter it any further.
Walter Hamada says here, don't
Rip.
worry,
Nobody got the
2020.
joke.
Sorry, I was
How you
focused on
Walter
it.
Hamada?
I wasn't paying attention. I'm sorry. I was trying to
Rippity dippity.
You better be
Don't worry.
right.
Don't worry, 2021 DC fandom will blow your mind.
Can't believe they did that.
It's gonna make a lot of fanboys cry because that's
if it does, are Firewater going to say you didn't do Justice League 2, or you're going to say no, they did a legit good fandom? You're fair, dude.
I want to see, I want Marvel to be competitive, and Hans can go F himself. No, I'm just kidding. Teasing him. But he got me there. No, I want there to be competition for Marvel. I think there's room for both. There's room for like an adult like DC and there's room for the PG-13 Marvel stuff. I like both. I don't hate one over the other. But I do feel like they need to step up their game, man. Marvel is so polished. You know, I'm not going to say their movies are perfect, but damn, are they well thought out? Damn, are they well produced? Damn, are they well acted? Are they well executed? Yeah. They're predictable.
DC's has fallen so far behind.
I like them, but they're predictable.
You know what DC is like? If you were into sports, they're like one of those teams that never has a winning season. They always fire a coach. They always fire a GM like every single year or two.
Yeah, like the Jaguars.
Yeah, but they have a future now with a star quarterback.
Right.
So
you know what? They had the number one overall pick in the draft, and then we'll see if they could put anything around him.
So is Black Adam the equivalent to Trevor Lawrence, or maybe it could save the team and help them win finally?
Well, the Rock is a box office draw.
Yeah, $1 billion.
I think he is. I think Black Adam could crack $1 billion. I think a lot of people are not going to know what it is. Then they start doing promotions. He starts promoting it. They're going to be like, "Oh, I need to see Black Adam." It's going to be one of those things, in my opinion.
DC was the Cleveland Browns for like 20 years.
Well, I want to ask.
Hey, Max, I actually have to dip. I'll thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. I'll catch you later. Okay, thank you guys. Have a great evening.
Bonus.
Nah, sorry, that was a weak bonus. My bad. You guys have a good one.
All right, I wanted to bring this up because I kind of think this is kind of funny. Even though this is another decision of Warner Brothers, they would not let him have Green Lantern, even if he doesn't get to do Justice League 2, which listen, chat, everyone in there, especially the ones that say pal of Max, I'm not saying it's definitely not going to happen. I'm just saying it seems like Zack Snyder
Max. You could say it's not happening.
Okay. Listen, Giant Paul Jarbos. No, you could take your Jarbos and go to some $3 theater to do your hug box. No, I'm saying I think Zack is focusing on what his projects can be, and it's still a possibility, but he's just focusing on other stuff now. He might
not in the immediate future, maybe.
Right. So, but I think this is another WB's own doing that they would not let him have Green Lantern in the Snyder Cut. But it's kind of like, even if they don't do Justice League 2, it's another thing that the fans and him could tease forever, endlessly, to say how stupid WB are. Is like, release the lantern scene. Release the lantern scene.
Yeah.
It's going to drive them nuts. What's your thoughts on that, RJ? Even if we don't get Justice League 2, it's one more. WB screwed up again. Why not just let it have? If you're not going to let it continue anyway, why not just let all the scenes in there? They would refuse to let him do the Green Lantern.
Honestly, I would love to see that scene released on maybe as like a deleted scene.
Ambassador. Sorry, go ahead, RJ.
No, go ahead. Read Ambassador's comment first.
No, he said you weren't going to roast me today. Don't encourage him, chat. DC fandom is going to stink like the inside of Max's hoodie. Reeks of cheap booze and sad fanboy tears.
Well, how often do you watch? Wait, hold on. How often do you watch that hoodie, Max? You wear it every stream.
All the time, but I also only wear it when I stream.
Okay, you don't wear it outside.
No, I have other hoodies that I wear outside. I mean, this is a streaming only hoodie. I used to wear it before I started streaming. I used to wear it, but now it's like kind of old. And then I was gonna have a green one like Doctor Doom, but then that would cause a problem with the green screen. But I don't drink a lot of booze. Maybe fanboy tears, yeah.
So just to get what I was gonna say was like I would like to see this scene perhaps released as a deleted scene on the Blu-ray release. Like if they do like an updated Blu-ray release for the movie, release it as like a bonus scene, or maybe do it where they release as a lead scene on HBO Max in a couple months. Maybe a DC fandom though, or at least a completed version.
Someone doctored this picture. That's not real.
It is real. No, it's real.
No, he did the scene before. No, I mean the scene is real, but Zach showing it like him is. I don't believe this.
No, that is a real photo. There's a video of him showing it.
Oh,
that's
really?
Real. That is 100% real. He showed it on his
phone.
Yeah, that's real.
He keeps it on his phone.
The visual effects are looking like they're mostly completed. So
yeah, that's awesome. See, another way he could say "F you, Warner Brothers" for the rest of the time.
Just drop the photo. See himself.
Yeah, just drop it on Vero.
No, I mean I know he showed scenes like this on his phone before, and I thought I know someone's actually seen the scene. I thought someone just photoshopped the scene on his phone from something. Okay. What's Nick's plan for Walter?
I have no clue.
Oh,
about
here's Walter. Here's Walter Hamada's response. The reason why we asked Zach to cut the Green Lantern because we have a big budget Green Lantern show coming along with it. Yeah, but you have all these actors and other stuff, and
I thought it was the multiverse. So what does it matter?
You gave him $70 million, Walter. You couldn't give him like an extra few for the scene. I mean,
what's that, Aaron? I'm sorry.
he gave him Zack Snyder got extra $70 million to finish out his movie. So what? Like, what's the problem? Like, because you know.
It's so stupid to leave something else there that the fans could ask that's was complete, that was done. Even if we never get, it's funny.
It's a big thing too. This is a Green Lantern, like the Green Lantern. One of the Green Lanterns, John Stewart. It's a big thing.
Yeah. Eddie, what's your thoughts on this Green Lantern? Do you want to see it? Do you think it was dumb for Warner Brothers, even if they're not going to continue to leave one more thing out that the fans could ask for that was done?
Yeah, I think it is a shame that we didn't get to see Wayne's Green Lantern. I don't know what WB has a problem with Green Lanterns because I don't know if it's because of the show or the movie they're doing, but they really do bug out when it comes to Green Lantern. I feel like they should just show the scene. Like it's not going to do anything just because it has involvement with Zack Snyder. It's like the same thing with Darkseid. That's why they supposedly canceled New Gods. It's just some silly ass shit that they keep doing. And I'm pretty sure when we saw that, there was an article about it too, saying that Zack Snyder was mad when they did that, when they told him to leave off the scene. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. It's
really, he spent the time filming it, man.
It really is.
I don't blame him. I would be upset too.
Yes, it really is the simplest thing they can do. Is just drop the scene. I mean, the scene it's just something that happened at the end of the movie anyway. I doubt it's that long.
Yeah, I mean, if they're not going to continue anyway, why? We're going to ask for it regardless. Just let it be seen.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did that before. Like the only Green Lantern we saw was in the flashback, and then that killer walk in the nightmare scene, and then just the one we should have saw actually interacting with someone.
Yeah, I actually have a question real quick for Walter Hamada.
Okay.
In the chat, Mr. Hamada, are you guys interfering with Matt Reeves and the Batman? I just want to make sure you guys leave that poor man.
That's an exclusive. Yes,
movie.
I can run clickbait with that in the future. Please, Hamada, answer that.
Yeah, I'm just saying, Mr. Hamada, you do agree with me that Matt Reeves is going to save DC, right? With his Batman movie, that's going to be probably the best Batman movie since The Dark Knight. I mean, I'm just saying, I have faith in Matt Reeves.
Hamada, we await your response, sir. We await your response, President Hamada. No Hamada burgers, please.
Can you confirm if the rumors are true Matthew McConaughey is going to end up being Two-Face in the Batman in his trilogy?
Oh, I don't know if he's going to say that. Hamada, is the chat frozen?
Yeah, I think the Warner Brothers executives got wind of the chat situation. Down? Yeah.
Okay. Well, we wait for Hamada's response. If you've made it this far and you haven't already, please share this video, like it, subscribe, support all the people on the panel, and we are going to make Movie Madness the best damn movie talk on YouTube. Don't listen to John Campia, the camper. We're having segments like the Scoopometer. One of the other thing that's fun that doesn't hurt anyone is fan casting. So now that we're talking about Poison Ivy, we're going to do a fan cast. I have an article, and then if anyone can think on the replay too, if you don't get to watch this live, if you comment in the comment section below a great actress or actor, if you want to get real woke, I don't know. We need actress for this one, I think. For Poison Ivy, comment below, and we could share it in a future episode of Movie Madness Live. And then I'm going to bring in the mailbag in the future, too. But I will bring up the... have we heard anything?
You're from Collider, huh? You do Collider mailbag, and it's going to be Mad Max's mailbag?
Shut up, RJ. No, it's going to be... It's Movie Madness mailbag. It's different. No. But fan casting, that's fun to do, right? That doesn't hurt anyone, does it?
No.
Unless you get toxic about people that get cast that you don't agree with. Then that's where you get toxic. Okay, Walter Hamada's exclusive. Movie Madness exclusive. We need to clip this out. Walter Hamada has responded. Just know, and I appreciate that I'm the only movie talk show that Walter Hamada. No, I don't know if I'm the only one. You're on here a lot though.
I think he's the only one because he got banned everywhere else.
Oh really? You did? Okay. Just know Matt Reeves is a friend, and he got the job because I believe in his vision for Batman. Okay, so that is a very. This really seems like an actual Hamada response because it's like a PR. It's a great response. He's not really saying that he intervened, but he's saying he believes in his vision. So it's alluding that he didn't intervene. Great response, Hamada. So that sounds good. It sounds like he doesn't want to intervene, but he's not really he's kind of sidestepping the question that he believes in his vision, but that doesn't mean he didn't give Matt Reeves notes. Hey, the widow Ashley. Yeah, we got to have you on the show. I'm gonna try to come up with a Marvel show next week to have you on, widow. Definitely, we got to get some more Marvel news. So, what do you think about Hamada's response, RJ, and then Eddie and Aaron?
Sounds good. Just don't mess with the man. Just let him
It sounds
do what
like
he needs to do.
But does that confirm? Does that confirm
No.
he did not interfere, though?
I mean, to be honest, he probably did. To be honest with you,
It's Warner Brothers. Okay.
It sounds like an executive just saying what he wants you to hear.
I mean, it was a very entertainment presidential response. Yes.
Yeah.
Over at Walter Hamada, have you been banned from other YouTube channels? We do not ban Walter Hamada. We just want we wanted to restore the Snyderverse, and I still want it, but Oh, okay. Yeah. So, damn it. Much like Biden. God damn it. All right. We know you're not a fan. Okay. I listen, I do less live streams now, Ambassador, so I think I can handle it. I was doing too many at the time. All right. Yeah. We definitely want the widow on again. All right. And the fan casting. That's what we want to get to. Well, first, we're going to look at an article on CBR.com of actresses because I was having a hard time. Like, I don't want Jessica Chastain. Like, she's a little bit older.
I don't see her as Poison Ivy.
But that would make Grace Randolph so happy.
I know.
She could be Vicky Vale, something like that.
Yeah.
Or
So
older Bruce Wayne.
So she wasn't even on this list, but I'm just like, Oh no! Now Nick Hammond is joining in the roasting. Max is a Doctor Doom wannabe with a cheap Doctor. This is not a cheap Doctor Doom mask. This is a very expensive Doctor Doom mask.
Hey, it's a better mask than the Doctor Doom from the 2015 movie.
This is not a cheap
copy
mask.
And paste that from Ambassador though. That was Ambassador's comment earlier.
Yeah,
copy and pasted it.
It's spreading. Oh damn. Okay, so let's bring up this article, and then we're actually going to look at some Poison Ivy cosplayers. Control yourself, because I got to give props to the person I used in the thumbnail. Everyone's like, Aaron, who did you think that was in the thumbnail?
I thought it was Cardi B for a second, but
no, it's not. It's not Cardi B. All right, so here, 10 actresses who could control the green in DCEU. Let's see if we agree with any of them, and then let's rate this article. Are these bad choices? Olivia Wilde. She's a little bit older, but man, she's got the eyes. I like that. I don't know. What do you guys think? Chat?
I think she's more into like producing and directing right now. I think she's taking a break from acting. She's more into that stuff right now.
Well, I heard she might be Spider-Woman actually for Sony.
No, she's directing Spider-Woman.
Daisy
Ridley,
yeah,
she's Spider-Woman or something.
What about Natalie Dormer from Game of Thrones?
She could pull up a Poison Ivy because she's a lot of her roles in production.
Where's she been?
A lot of her roles. She's been.
I don't see her.
A lot of roles. A lot of her roles fit Poison Ivy.
Antonia Thomas. I don't even know who she is, but she looks nice. Like, she's beautiful. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to get, I'm not even trying to say her name because I don't want to miss. I've seen her before, but I don't know.
Gugu Mbatha-Raw.
I don't know who she is either.
Her name is Gugu Mbatha-Raw. She was in Solo, and she's in a couple of other movies. I can't remember.
Okay, what about Ivy? Well, while we're going through this, if you can think of any actress that you would put as a fan cast in the comments section, the live chat, or the panelists, let us know after this, or if you really agree with one of these. Alexandra Breckenridge. I don't know who she is. American Horror Story. This isn't a great list so far. Allison Williams, I don't know. She was in that show Girls or something.
She was in Get Out, I think.
I don't
know who she is.
Portia Doubleday. I don't know who that is either. Elizabeth Gillis.
Oh, she's from Victorious. She's from that show Victorious, with Victoria Justice.
What about Blake Lively?
No.
Eddie, is this list boring you? What do you think?
Oh, no, there's just no one so far that I agree with.
Right. All right. Yeah, it's not the greatest list. Stephanie Corneliuson. Another Mr. Robot actress.
She's beautiful in a picture.
Oh, that's awesome. Congratulations.
How's it going on?
Just a quick introduction. My name is Ferris, and I came all the way from Indonesia, and I was wondering.
Wait, someone mute your stuff. Eddie, that's you.
Yes.
We can hear that, Eddie. I don't know what you're watching.
He's watching someone else's stream.
Yeah, because this one so far isn't to my liking.
Oh, okay. We'll fix that.
I don't know what this. I don't know.
No, we know what Eddie does when he's bored. Oh man. Well, I mean, Eddie, I'm gonna pick one on here.
I was just kidding.
Okay. I'm gonna pick one on here.
Wait, who was number one?
I would say.
Who was number one?
This girl. I like this girl.
But there's people are gonna say it's gonna go woke. They're gonna go woke with Poison Ivy if they cast someone like that.
I see woke for everything nowadays. Who cares?
I don't think my choice was anywhere in this.
All right.
My pick was Ana de Armas.
Who?
Oh, Ben X?
Ana de Armas.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wasn't that the one Ben Affleck used to date?
Yes, but she's also in Knives Out and a couple other movies. Blade Runner 2049.
I think she was in audition for Catwoman for the Matt Reeves film too, and she didn't get it.
See, so Walter Moss says if I was going to create a movie or show around Poison Ivy, she would be African American. I'm not against it.
I'm not against. I mean, she'll be. Well, actually, I don't know. They will go with the green still.
But you know who's going to be against it? You know who's going to be against it. We all know who.
Who cares about those efforts?
All right, now let's get to more exciting list. Is the cosplay list? Honestly, let's all behave, gentlemen. No, we don't want to scare the ladies around. And don't get all giggity in the chat too much. It's Christopher
not me. I know how to control myself.
Okay. 10 Poison Ivy cosplayers to make you green with envy, and this is how I found the one for my thumbnail. I have to get props to it. What's you laughing about, Eddie?
I'm just thinking what's gonna happen already. Let's see.
Okay. Here we go.
Okay.
It's nothing too scandalous. Sammy Rubin, she looks all right. I mean, I appreciate the effort. It's a good picture there. Here we go. Flawless by Tanisha. I don't think I have to check out who this is. Who give props to who I used in the thumbnail because I couldn't find. Sometimes you do a casting and you see someone make an image of an actress or an actor in that role to use, and there wasn't really. So I'm gonna see. All right. Well, I'm not gonna show her whole. I'm not going to show her whole Instagram, but I'll show you her icon. She's obviously not Caucasian or anything.
You just read that too.
Did I miss something?
Super chat. Lewis.
Oh no, Lewis Cox. Thank you. Max is Poison Ivy. Come on, you want
it. I'm good with that. I'm good.
I appreciate the support, Max. My wife doesn't want to see that. The internet doesn't want to see that. Ambassador, ask Ambassador if he's still Yes, I'm sure she doesn't want to see that. That might be the end. That might just end it if I go upstairs. Appreciate the support though, Lewis. But I do not want to cosplay as Poison Ivy. I'm sorry. I appreciate the support. All right. So this was the one out of the list that I thought, wow, it looks really stunning. Oh, there she is. I don't have to. That's how she looks in other. So that's why I said it could work. It could work. There's some other interesting ones here. This one I don't like this one at all. I know they're going artsy.
That one's scary.
Yeah,
This one goes classic.
I always hated that look in that
You
movie.
hated that look in Batman and Robin?
She does look like Uma Thurman in there, like exactly
Gracie,
like.
Gracie the cosplay last. I see
Oh,
her all
yeah,
over.
Yeah, that's from Arkham City or Arkham Asylum. I mean.
Oh yeah.
All right, there's another one that's okay, and then this feels weird. Yes, it's a child. Poison. I don't think they'll bring a child into the.
I don't think so either.
All right, so does anyone have a better casting for Poison Ivy? RJ did one.
I mean, read the chat.
I know some people say Emma Stone. I don't think Emma Stone fits.
I don't see
Poison
her
Ivy.
as. Yeah.
Maybe if she wasn't going to do this Cruella thing first, it's sort of. It's not the same thing, but it's like I
mean, she was supposed to be Cheetah. She turned it down.
Oh, she was?
Yeah.
Let me see. What's Zeno saying? Whoa, no one wants to. I think. I mean, I might have a better chance than Zeno. Does anyone want to see it? I missed that. Zeno says he's thinking about playing Ivy, but he's very high maintenance. We all know you're high maintenance.
Why does everyone want me to be Poison Ivy?
Well, okay, all right. I need. Wait, what was that, RJ?
The whole chat saying I should be Poison Ivy.
Okay.
I mean, I got the melons. I got the melons to do it, but ain't the kind of guys want to.
Okay, guy. Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna have Eddie read this one.
Maybe Destiny could play her. Yes, I'll probably have to DM her about it to see if she comes to a conclusion.
Or what about Brie Larson?
I don't know who that is.
Oh, she's dead to you. Wow,
Brie Larson is not going to be. It's not going to be Poison Ivy. I don't even see Brie Larson as Poison Ivy.
Ralph says that's a little bit too woke for him. With Zeno's suggestion that he's thinking about it. I support you, Zeno. I support you from afar, and I don't want to.
I want to ask Walter something. Hey, Walter, are you going to make a Power Girl movie?
Oh boy,
no,
that's going to be controversial if they modernize it.
Yeah, that's not talking about. Yeah.
Did they modernize her costume? You know, that's going to be.
Well, it's funny. The creator of Power Girl went on this whole Twitter tirade saying that manga is horrible for teenagers.
Hey, Justin. Justin's here. Hey, Justin, it's been a while.
Hi, Justin.
Hi.
Brad Pitt says Anna de Armas again is Ivy. Hey, Justin, do you have a fan cast that you would like to see of Poison Ivy? Or a YouTuber? Say YouTuber. You know a lot of YouTubers.
He's going to say Eddie.
Don't say me, Justin, because people have already said it.
No, he's not going to say you. He's going to say Eddie.
Okay. Actually, yeah, out of the panel tonight, who would you want to see as Poison Ivy? I saw your. I think I saw your.
Let's pick it then. Out of us four, who do you want to see the most?
I want to see Eddie as Poison Ivy because he really plays it up for the thumbnails too. Like I saw his SIM card thumbnail, and he's like doing a pose.
Oh no!
All right. Okay.
Where's Saggy with the deepfake?
Yeah. We'll work on it, Justin. Yeah, that would be okay. Raul also Anna de Armas.
I'm telling you, that's the best choice.
When you find an image of her as Poison Ivy, I think I saw some. She just wasn't in the list. Oh, okay. Oh, our panel, Aaron. He seemed to be very comfortable. Justin wants to see you as Poison Ivy. Aaron, what do you say?
What? I was looking up something for what?
Out of the panel.
No.
Okay. No. Walter Hamada once met. Yeah, Walter Hamada was offering Matt Jarbo a job. Ambassador's really upset with you about the Brie Larson. She does have a bigger subscriber count than this.
She noticed me before Brie did, so what can I say?
I'm looking at this.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So I remember I saw. Okay. What do you think? Was that? Does that?
There's a couple of different ones. I mean, everyone knows.
Maybe I should. Oh, send me that one. I might change the thumbnail. I don't know. That's actually pretty good. I was having trouble finding. I saw a more amateurish of her as Poison Ivy. That's why I didn't use it. But that's a good thumb. That's a good photo.
Yeah.
Rihanna. Yeah, I saw a lot of people were saying Rihanna.
But she can't act though.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Oh my god, yeah. No.
You want someone that can act against Margot Robbie. If they bring in someone that's just
for a Poison Ivy character, you know how hard it's to play a comic book character? You need to be a good actor to play comic book characters. They're very hard to portray.
Okay, Nick Hammond says Saggy Melons is Ivy. All right. What does the chat say? I think it's a good casting. Yeah. I think she'd be okay with that with Margot Robbie. What do you think? Yeah.
Yeah, I got the image. I got the image pulled up full screen though. You can look at it.
Oh, of Saggy as Poison Ivy.
No, if I had that picture, I'd probably go to jail.
No, okay. Shifty Gizm. Rihanna can't act. She ruined the last arc of Bates Motel. I didn't see that show. I've heard good things. Okay. Yes, that's legit. I don't know. That would work. That would work. Justin, Eddie. Damn it, Eddie. Justin is asking you, when did Anna de Armas notice you?
Oh, not her. I'm talking about Destiny.
Yeah, Destiny FOMO.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she watched my video too and liked it.
I still haven't seen proof of that. I didn't see where she liked it. How do you know?
No, she liked it. No, I had to read up on Twitter as well, and then that's how she watched it from it. And she liked it and commented.
Good job, Eddie.
Yeah, I'm making moves already.
I did like the pick.
Matt Jarbo is Ivy. Okay, Max. Movies.
I just want to know why people said me as Poison Ivy. I only have red hair.
Yeah, I agree. Eddie is a amazing actor. People don't even know that he's joking half the time. That's why I pick Eddie. He's really good. I'm sorry, RJ. I'm rooting for you too. I'm rooting for you too. But the acting ability from this dude, I sometimes don't know. End the stream. You're bored. We have other topics. All right. I guess we could end the stream. It is an hour 30.
Yeah, Enoch is gonna be on soon too. Anyway.
Yeah. Oh, let me check. What else did you send me?
See, why is no one acknowledging Hans? Hans said he would Poison Ivy, and no one's acknowledged him. He gave the offer out several times.
I don't know about that.
No.
Eddie jokes. No, he's telling the truth, Justin. She was a guest in our chat the other day on Movie Madness. You don't know. You haven't been here. Legit. I actually thought she was a troll, and she wasn't. I didn't. I was actually gonna say get out of here, but it was her. But she hasn't come back though. That's the problem. I don't know.
Yeah, you guys probably scared her away.
I didn't.
Who scared her away? Me?
Max trying to grift, not me. How she takes the time to do that and talk to me for like at least.
No. The only person that scared her away is probably the bastard from yesterday.
Yeah, probably.
Well, Ambassador, she's not going to come back if you start talking like that. That's where she gets it. I mean, we can't have.
Didn't you confirm it too that she was going to show up on the podcast?
Oh no!
Oh no! Shifty Gizm. No, this is the time to end the show. Shifty Gizm, comment of the night. That's another thing that we could have for the viewers is comment of the night.
Nope.
And even if it's funny, it doesn't have to be accurate. Shifty Gizm, comment of the night. Mecha Random is Poison Ivy. She's got the hair. She does have the hair. She's like the most horrible person on earth.
Xeno's getting sick now, so I think you should.
That's more worse than her as Poison Ivy directed by Snyder.
Yeah, and I was looking for a good way to end the show. I think that all makes us all want to puke. So it works. It works on 2 points.
Yeah, we're done after that. That broke the show.
Shifty Gizm, you ended the show.
Yeah, it'll make the red hair dye worth it.
I mean, she has to be in the running. You can't be.
No, it's over. But I don't want to talk about this anymore. They ruined it for me.
Are you sure you're not? Are you sure you're not reconsidering simping for her instead of Destiny?
For who?
Mecha.
Hell no.
But Eddie, Eddie,
I just
hold
made
on,
a video
guys.
about her too, trashing the
Guys,
F out of her. You didn't
Raul
want me
makes
to
it.
simp for
Raul
that.
makes a good point though. He says, just imagine her voice.
What the hell?
trying
What
to
a giant,
seduce-
what a giant pile of Jarbos pimping your show. You're gonna save the evening. You don't think my show was any good? Oh wow! You see
But
how
guys-
look at his damn smiling face. He's
I'm
mocking
just saying. Look at Raul's comment though. Like, could you imagine Mecha's voice trying to seduce Batman?
Hell,
God.
oh my gosh. I would not watch that shit at all.
Just imagine her voice trying to seduce Batman.
What a giant pile! Oh, and you know what? Go to $3 theater, man. Go to $3 theater.
RJ, her voice wouldn't even let us do someone an adult parody Batman.
I'll turn that shit off instantly.
Talk about people wanting their money back. That would be it.
That's something I can't.
A big pile of me is a delight.
I don't support boycotting, but I will boycott that movie.
A pile of Max is the best thing on YouTube, the best thing of movies. So you would be lucky to get a big pile of Max in your wing of the YouTube ambassador. You'd be lucky to get a big pile of Max. All right, no, yeah, George has mental images.
That's RJ's fault.
Hold on.
Oh no. Okay, we got to end it. We're done. We're done. Turn the movie madness. No.
With a breath. That succumbs to poisoning. Yeah, I guess.
All right, Eddie can read. Eddie.
I guess her breath's more toxic than Joker's poison.
Oh no, ambassador! I'm not even. All right,
pile of mass reeks of Mecha's ass.
Shifty-gism, thanks a lot. Comment of the night, Shifty-gism. You also broke the show where we have to end it.
I think
thanks
Jarbo
a lot.
might have comment of the night.
I don't know. Okay, goodbye.
Oh my God, people! You guys.